probably bet you're going to be making a whole shitload of noise, aren't you?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wiley X Truck Series round number 5 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with NobleMotorsport.com. Ben Kilcrease, Dylan Lee in the booth. Sam Taylor is producing the show tonight here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Dylan, we head to Sin City tonight with the Truck Series over 20, or right at 25 trucks here tonight. This is going to be a good race around the 1.5 miles.
Yeah, fantastic track. Provides great racing for these guys. Always, every week, these guys put on a good show, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see what they can do here tonight.
Looking at the previous winners coming in tonight, of course, we had Kevin Ford at Daytona, then Brian Terry, Jade Williams, and Dylan Brockwell are your winners so far heading in to round number 5 tonight. It's going to be hard for some of these guys to repeat, Dylan, just because of the competition here in the trucks.
Yeah, Brockwell had a good finish last week along with Trevor Smith, and it's going to be really tough to really get back up into the ranks here because looking at these practice times, some people that were at the back are up at the front now. So great racing is going to be tonight, and I can't wait for the green flag to fly.
You mentioned Trevor Smith. He is currently first in qualifying. He won practice earlier today. He's looking pretty sporty, of course. Trevor joined us Thursday for the Cup Series broadcast and Monday for the Nationwide Series broadcast here on Noble Network 1. But aside that, he's racing tonight here in the Truck Series. And we want to thank all of you for joining us here on Noble Network 1 for the Wiley X Trucks. We're just about 4 or so minutes away from dropping the green flag here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And Dylan, let's go ahead and let's take our picks for the race here. We've seen practice and we've seen quite a bit of qualifying. Who do you think is going to walk out of here with the victory tonight?
Oh, that is such a tough decision, Ben. I think I'm going to take Trevor Smith. Just by watching him week in and week out, he's just a fantastic driver, always up in at least the top 5. And he's sitting second in points right now, and only 9 points actually behind B.J. Tidrick. And so I think I'm going to take number 17 of Trevor Smith.
All right, so Dylan has Smith, and I'm going to go with what many would consider an underdog. But this guy has been practicing all week. He finished, or was third quickest in practice earlier today. So far, he's 8th on the grid in qualifying. I'm going to go with our CEO here at Noble Network 1, the driver of the Noble Network 1 truck in the 84, Andy Kessler. So we're going to see if Kessler can't get it done here tonight. A few races ago, he was so close to winning his first race, but the caution came out, and he had to come down, or everybody else got caught up, came down pit road and pitted, etc., etc. But we'll see. There's a bunch of times are close here tonight, Dylan, and it's a factor of, I think it's going to come down more to draft tonight once we get the packs out here going than it is pure driving ability.
Yeah, that Nellis straight, the Nellis back straight, so it's pretty big backstretch. So the drafting will come in factor here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
And we'll see how well the draft does play a factor. Our producer is going with Brian Terry. So Sam takes Terry. I've got Kessler, and Dylan, you have Trevor Smith. We'll see how they rank up and how the rest of the field ranks around them in just under about 2 or so minutes. But right now we've got to head trackside for tonight's national anthem. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're going to go ahead and get it started here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on behalf of iRacing.com, Motorsport Simulations, Noble Motorsport, and Wiley X Eyewear. Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, round number 5 here in the Wiley X Truck Series at the 1.5 miler in Las Vegas, Nevada. Trevor Smith has set the quick time in qualifying. We'll talk about him in a little and the rest of the other field when we run through the starting lineup, but I'll introduce you to the crew once again. Sam Taylor's producing, Dylan Lee alongside me, Ben Kilcrease in the booth. And Dylan, this is going to be a dandy of a race. We've had 4 different winners so far, looking to make it 5 different winners in 5 races.
Yeah, having a different winner really mixes it up every week. You never know when that repeat will come back and bite you, but we'll see.
75 laps tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 150 miles around this mile and a half speedway as we get ready for the race here, and we're about to run through the starting lineup. The field getting ready to pop up on the grid as we speak. Few trucks already spawning onto the track. That means we're just less than 2 minutes away from rolling here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight on Noble Network 1 and NobleNetwork1.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook. You can just search Noble Motorsport, and Twitter at Noble_Network1. Starting on the pole in the number 17, that is Trevor Smith with a time of 31.493. Starting on the row, on the outside of row number 1, in the number 44 is Joel Eddick.
Row number 3 in the inside, the number 20, Dylan Brockwell is going to start 3rd, followed by the 92 of Brian Terry, starting 4th.
5th starting position belongs to the 75 of Ronald Henry. 6th starting position belongs to the number 48 of Leandro Schmidt.
Scott Wallace is going to roll 7th, but Kevin Ford's going to roll off 8th.
Andy Kessler, my pick for the night, rolls off 9th, and then number 84, 53, rolling off 10th is Jade Williams.
Starting in 11th, the 03 of Kevin Carr, 41, Carl Brown's going to start off in 12th.
Starting 13th on the inside of row number 7, Stapos here at Noble Motorsport. Rick Donovan into his outside. Driving the Ponyware truck, that's Brian F.
Mike Whitehead's going to roll 15th. Wallace Boyce is going to be 16th.
17th in the number 77, that's Brent Sturgeon. And 18th in the number 70, that's Mike Arnn.
Zachary Kreiser is going to roll off 19th with Chris Coyce 20th.
21st is Stefan Burnell, and 22nd is Marcus Miller.
Matt Weisbro is going to roll off 23rd with Sean Meddling just to the outside at 24th.
25th is BJ Tidrick. 72.05 is Milt Matisse. He rolls off 26th. And the 8 truck, starting shotgun on the field, 27th is Dujon Boldrin. And that's the starting lineup here for round number 5 in the Truck Series. As we get set to go down the back straightaway, Dylan, any final thoughts before we go green?
Let's just go green.
It's going to be a good race. 75 laps, like I mentioned. As we pace through corners number 3 and 4. We'll run you through our picks one more time. Dylan has Smith, Sam, our producer, has Terry, and I've got Kessler. All 3 of those drivers starting in the top 10. Welcome to round 5 of the Wiley X Truck Series here at Noble Motorsport. There has been 4 different winners so far this season, and we look to make it 5 tonight as the pace car pulls down pit road. Trevor Smith set the quick time, and he leads into the green flag, and we're racing at Las Vegas. Trevor Smith wastes no time getting out to an early lead, but he leads Dylan Rockwell and Joe Edick to battle side by side through 1 and 2 as they work their way to the back straightaway. It's going to be Rockwell pulling up in front of Edick. Down the middle of that straightaway, and we're racing the corner number 3 clean so far on the first lap. Give lap 1 to Trevor Smith as he is being caught already by Dylan Rockwell as they head down into corner number 1. Rockwell about 2 truck lengths back. He really closes up on him in the center of the corner. Rockwell had a lower line and prevails down the back straightaway. Rockwell looks for the lead on the backstretch. Smith really put the pinch on him heading into corner number 3 there. Smith still trying to hold the outside, but he lets Rockwell go on the front straightaway. Smith looking to get back under him if he can. Not going to be able to in corner number 1. Gaggle for second. Now it's for third down the back straightaway. Ronald Henry prevails on the outsider. He's trying to prevail on the outside. Look out there, look at 3 wide, and we got a car in the wall. Truck in the wall backwards, and as we come back in front of traffic, look out, everybody gotta get slowed down. It's Leandro Schmidt. Everybody misses him. Holy cow, that could have watered up half the field right there. He didn't actually make contact with the 75. That was a problem with the net code there. And if you're not watching, I'll do my best to explain what net, or if you're watching, if you're not watching, you wouldn't be knowing it, but I'll do my best if you are watching and don't know what net code is. That's basically if you have a little internet lag or a computer lag for a brief moment, and either your computer or your internet thinks your truck is somewhere where it actually isn't, and it ends up causing a crash like that, and it can be inches away from the truck and just kind of jump out of line, and that's where you'll see the net code contact, and that's what happened in that crash. Got a few drivers coming down pit road, not many though. Well, there's quite a bit from half the field on back. Say probably a total of 8 or so trucks. Wiseboat's down, and I saw Kreiser down, Whitehead, Boyce, Sturgeon. Schmidt is down. He's definitely going to get that damage repaired. Sean Medling, Tidrick, Matisse, and Buldrin. This is going to leave Dylan Rockwell with the lead though here in the early goings at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And it just Sam, did you win anything? Did you win anything? Oh, there you go. That's not too much when you. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, you guys can't hear him. You're probably wondering why I'm talking to myself. He said he just lost 20 grand, which isn't that much if you work for Noble Network 1, but, you know.
Nothing like a good laugh on air, huh, Ben?
Oh, boy. As we get... Looking to get the lights off on the pace car. Oh boy. As I wait for my producer to get back seated in his chair. Whoa. Probably on 2 to go right now. Probably get the lights off next time. By top 5 as they run right now has Dylan Brockwell in the lead. Trevor Smith second. Joel Edick third. Brian Terry fourth. And Ronald Henry sits fifth. Yeah, and here we go. And let's get a quick plug in before we go back. Green Flag Racing. WileyX.com is the official sponsor of the truck series here at Noble Motorsport. WileyX, they have all your sunglass needs from tactical motorcycle racing, outdoors, and safety. They even have prescription lenses too, so choose WileyX to keep the sun and debris out of your eyes. You can find them at WileyX.com, or if you want to like them on Facebook, search WX Shop on Facebook. So Dylan coming into this race, an interesting development here. Dylan Brockwell, last week's winner, he's not actually running for points tonight here at Las Vegas. As the lights are off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car, that means we are going Green Flag Racing this go around, and they'll stack them up 2 by 2. Brockwell is a nationwide points recipient, so he will not receive any points here tonight in the track. Here we go, stacking them up 2 by 2 by 2, looking for the first restart of the night. It's Brockwell in control of the rest of the field. Pace cars in, Brockwell fires, and we're racing again here at Las Vegas. A little bit of a stack up from 6th on back. They are able to get it going, and we're clean so far into 1.
Yeah, as Ben, as you were saying, that Brockwell's not actually racing for points in this series. He's actually a nationwide driver, so if Brockwell were to win, then Smith would end up getting the first place points, I believe.
Oh. 3 wide, and it was between 2 competition diecast trucks and an Oval Network 1 truck, which kind of got a little bit hairy down the back straightaway. Kessler is stuck on the outside to try. He's certainly now trying to get the position back away from Brian Neff. He was looking real good in practice. He might have some work to do, though, here in the race, racing around a bunch of traffic. Joel Edick has made his way to second here on the track. Trevor Smith is falling back to third. We got a battle back behind them between Jake Williams and Kevin Ford. That for 6th position is big battles side by side for 3 and 4. Now they're single file working the front stretch. Working on lap number 10 right now as we work to the back straightaway. Top 3 kind of separating themselves from Brian Terry on backwards. Joel Edick looks way down low in the middle of 3 and 4. He might be looking for the lead on the front straightaway. Brockwell runs the middle groove through 3 and 4. Edick closes up on his rear bumper. On board with Joel Edick right now. We're hanging off of one of his roll bars. Look at Brockwell. He goes way up the track, but that's really where you want to run in the middle of 1 and 2, because Dylan, you avoid the bumps down there on the bottom.
Yeah, not only that, is the longer the run goes on, the tires wear out and the grip slides up the track. So you'll see these guys running early on or with new tires at that bottom line. But the longer the runs go on, the longer we stay green flag, the more you find them going up the track.
And if I can get my producer to whisper in my ear real quick where the what Twitch channel the broadcast is on, that'd be great. As we work down the front straight, we got a battle for the lead heating up. Trucking the wall down the back straightaway. That was the 75 of Ronald Henry. He's not had his fair share of occurrence tonight, I should say.
It looks like we got a battle for the lead here as Joel Edick starting to look to the inside of Dylan Brockwell down the backstretch coming into turn 3. Can't get it done. As those two are starting to pull away a little bit from Trevor Smith. And it looks like Brian Terry sitting there in 4th.
I apologize for the little pause of silence there. I was trying to get some stuff sorted out on my computer. Decided I want to run a virus scan in the middle of this race for some reason, but we'll go back up to the battle for the lead. Yeah, they were starting to pull away a little bit, but now it looks like Trevor Smith starting to close back in on them, and even Brian Terry, who sits 4th right now. Then the side-by-side battle for 6th between Kevin Ford and Ronald Henry.
And the more that Joel Edick and Dylan Brockwell start to battle together, gives the rest of the field a chance to really take advantage of that and reel them back in.
I'll give you an update on Andy Kessler. He is in a gaggle for 15th position right now. Two Noble Network 1 trucks about to go side by side down in the corner number 1, and look at there, Zach Kreis is right behind him, and he even hits the bumper into the middle of 3 and 4 to Andy Kessler, and Kessler's able to save it, but this is just a gaggle of trucks back here. Look at these guys back here, and they're clean so far, but they're 2 by 2. And looking 3 wide at times.
You can see Andy Kessler trying to work that high line up there. It really works off of the corners here. I've noticed when I've done races here that that high line can really work to your advantage, especially off turn 2.
You really keep the momentum going through the center of the corner and get the good run off. To keep an eye on those guys back there. Something might pop up back there, but back up to the lead. Not missing much. It's still Edick all over the bumper of Brockwell, but I think that these guys are just content to ride here until, say, probably lap 40 or so.
And like I said earlier on, it really comes down to battles. If Joel were to battle Brockwell and go side by side with him, it gives Trevor Smith as well as the rest of the field to really gain position on them because they break their draft while the rest of the guys are in line and going.
So we'll look for a little bit of that to happen. You can see the top 4 is kind of broken away from the rest of the field. Jade Williams Coral J just running there by himself. He is a winner so far in the truck series. Knows how to get it done. And Kevin Pruitt also a winner. We have 3 winners so far this season lined up tail to nose. That's Terry, Williams, and Ford. Thought that was a little interesting fact. And then we have the other winner.
We've got a wreck. Got the 77 of Brent Sturgeon spinning down the backstretch.
So that's going to bring the caution out. Medling looks to be involved as well. Noble Network 1 truck. Oh, he just got on the brakes, and Kreiser got to the back of him and into the wall and went. Oh, he gets collected by, looks like Christopher Coy.
It looks like the 77 got spun by Meddling. Meddling got loose off 2 and just skimmed the back end of the 77 of Brent Sturgeon, put him around.
So that was a big hit for Sturgeon, and then Meddling got into the wall. A few other trucks were a part of that. I think Wallace Boyce got a piece of it, maybe. Mike Arndt might have got a piece of it. Kreiser got a little bit of it. And we've got some drivers heading down on the pit road. It's going to be real busy this time around. Not sure what the fuel strategy was looking like for tonight, but these guys are definitely probably screaming some tires.
I'm probably going to take a wild guess at this one, but I'm probably guessing about 25-ish laps on a tank of fuel.
So we couldn't make it on possibly one more stop if your estimation is correct.
Brockwell overshot his pit box.
As did Terry. Terry overshot his as well, so 2 of the top 5 overshoot, and this is real big if you want to come out the leader. Looks like one truck only took 2 tires. No, that was Williams. And it's going to be Joel Leddick out of the pits first. Williams, Smith, Terry, and Brockwell.
Looks like the competition diecast boys got out there early too. They gained a bunch of position.
So all good. Now the pit stops for a few, and a bad break for Dylan Brockwell, overrunning in his pit stall there. Comes in the leader, he'll lead 4th. Leave before oh, getting jumbled up tonight.
We're in Vegas. It's supposed to happen, right?
Oh, yeah. 25 trucks still on the lead lap here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are currently under caution number 2, almost 1/3 of the way through tonight's events here on Noble Network 1. We'll be right back.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
We're back here at Noble Network 1. This race is brought to you by Wiley X. Choose Wiley X to keep the sun and debris out of your eyes. This race also brought to you by Sam Bass. Sam Bass is the first official artist for NASCAR. You can visit his website at sambass.com. NASCAR Hall of Fame. You can do it all at the Hall. PowerTech Power Solutions. covering southern Connecticut, parts of New York and New Jersey. Those ones to call if your power goes out. And also provided by rseat.net. They have all your sim racing needs when it comes to comfort, seats to monitor stands. They have it all at rseat.net. And rseat.net, the official sponsor of the rseat.net Cup Series here at Noble Motorsport. Lights are out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. But I want to talk about an event that Noble Network 1 will be broadcasting tomorrow, Dylan, and that's the West Pro Series late model division 911 triple features at Irwindale Speedway.
Yeah, Ben, that's going to be a fantastic race. Irwindale always provides great racing, close racing, especially with the late models. So that'd be something, I'll be actually racing in that, so we're looking forward to that.
Most of these guys that you see racing here tonight will be racing as well. Triple features, one at the outer, then we head to the inner configuration, then we head back to the outer, 40 laps each. $1,000+ given away in prizes. You have anything from butt kicker systems, 3 butt kicker systems will be given away, 1 DSD button box, a custom die-cast poster, bumper stickers, coupons to sim seats, and a bunch of other stuff. That's tomorrow on NobleNetwork1.com. But we got to get back to the race tonight. Restart number 2 getting set to occur right now. Joe Winnick and Jade Williams will lead them back to the green flag as the pace car looks to peel on the pit road. There he goes. He's out of the way of the racing field, and we're looking for the green flag. There it is. We're back racing, and the inside line got bunched up a little bit there. They're going to stack them up heading into corner number 1, but we look clean, and we may go clean through 1. Oh, trouble in the back, a few trucks in the wall. I saw Andy Kessler and Matt Weisbrot getting a little piece of the wall back there. Other than that, up front, everything pretty much clean so far as we work through 3 and 4. Boy, Trevor Smith barely, excuse me, not Trevor Smith. Jade Williams barely squeezed in behind Brockwell down the front straightaway there. Brockwell's made his way up to 3rd. He was the leader coming into the caution and into the pit stops. He left 4th. He's up to 3rd. Mike Whitehead, Brian Neff, 2 opponent trucks. They're going at it pretty hard off of corner number 4 right there. Thought they were going to actually make contact at one point. Trevor Smith, pressure from Brockwell. Brockwell looks to the inside. Brockwell slides up the track, almost makes contact. That's a battle for 2nd.
That battle for 2nd is the only spot that somebody is too wide. Everybody else is single file all the way back.
Single file way to be for the first half of the race, I'd say. Then we can start mixing it up and going double file. One guy that's loving the 2 wide racing is leader Joe Winnick. He's trying to pull away as much as he can while these guys are still side by side. Brockwell gets a little piece of the apron. Thought he was going to slide up. Oh, truck in the wall. In the back of the pack, that was Rick Donovan. No, that was Carl Brown, excuse me. Brown's real slow on the inside of the track and 1. He might stack up some drivers here. Now he slides up the track in front of Neff and Wallace. They split him. They go 3 wide down the back stretch. There goes the single file racing we were talking about.
Yeah. Well, 3 wide can get a little sketchy. This is a pretty wide track, but your tires wear down from these high speeds. Your car will really want to slide up that track, so you really got to be careful going 3 wide here at Vegas.
Carl Brown, you can definitely tell that truck is out of rhythm. He is just losing positions left and right, and he just cannot get back up to speed like he would like to.
What I'm thinking it is he can't get back up to that middle to high line. It's where all the grip is at. So he's got to let off a lot more to stay to keep that truck down at the bottom.
He's getting passed by Stefan Brunel right now on the front straightaway. They battle side by side through 1 and 2. That's for 12th position. Brunel clears him. Battle for the lead. Brockwell right on the bumper of Joel Eddick as we work through 3 and 4. Coming to the front straightaway to complete lap number 32. Battle side by side behind them between Smith and Williams. We got battles all over the track, and they almost touch for third. For the lead, Brockwell has a run down the back straightaway, but he's going to use the bumper instead of trying to pass Eddick. Front straightaway, here comes Brockwell. He's got another good run. Does he look low? Does he look high? No, he's content to ride behind. He might even be pushing Eddick down the straightaway. He is.
As we got the battle heating up for second place, we got Jay Williams on the inside of Trevor Smith with Brian Terry now into the mix, along with Ronald Henry.
Now the battle's starting to heat up now as we're closing in on the 40 to go mark in this race. So I think if these guys get side by side for the lead, it's going to bring this pack behind them right up to their rear bumper, and we're going to have us a dandy of a show. Look at one driver back here that's at the end of that pack, Rick Donovan. He's looking to the inside of Kevin Ford right now. He has snuck his way into the top 7.
Starting 13th. I watched this guy through all of his racing, you know, from the Nationwide Series to the Truck Series to even some of the racing over at West Pro.
Oh!
This is one consistent driver. He almost gets he almost spun Terry there.
Yeah, Terry just cut right. They cut the nose clear off of Donovan's truck there. I don't think Donovan was too happy. Donovan out of his groove, and he almost loops it around down the back straightaway. As, oh my goodness, stuff really starting to heat up here on lap 36 in Las Vegas.
Yeah, back to what I was saying, the consistency of this Rick Donovan is just spot on. He's always up in the top 10, if not top 10, top 5, and if not top 5, top 3. He's fantastic at what he does here.
He's looking pretty amazing tonight here at Las Vegas. Just like his horse. For the lead, though, Brockwell on the inside of Eddick. Eddick's going to pitch him to the middle of 3 and 4. Coming to the front straightaway to complete lap 37. We'll begin work on 38. Who's going to get it at the line? It is Joel Eddick by 16/1000ths of a second. Brockwell has him. And the 1 now, Eddick has the advantage. Eddick's going to get to the wall. He's going to hit the wall. No, he stays out of it, but he loses the lead.
He got up into the marbles up there and just lost all of his speed, got real close to the wall, had to let off a lot, which gave Smith and Jake Williams a fantastic run on Eddick, as they're still side by side for third.
They've been side by side for third for quite some time now, and as soon as I say that, they go single file, and we might have the Cookries crossover down the back straightaway. We do. Trevor Smith, Jake Williams looking to the inside of Trevor Smith, and he's going to get the inside of the middle of 3 and 4. He slides up in contact. Williams is sliding. Smith is sliding. They're all sliding off hook number 4, and they save it. No caution. And
like
look at
the 56 of Mike Whitehead's just picking his way through that.
3 wide into 3, and now this is going to bring on a caution. Donovan gets in to Kevin Ford. Ford's in the wall. Still no caution.
Still no caution.
Wow.
As we take a look at the replay here,
Alright, so we had 2 cautions come out right there, but somehow we stayed green. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, for the lead, looky here, Eddick looking back on the inside of Dylan Brockwell. Not going to get it done. They work to the front straightaway, 41 complete. Gonna ride on board with Joel Eddick, looking at the rear bumper of Dylan Brockwell. Through 3 and 4, you can see Eddick runs a slightly lower line than Brockwell does. Trevor Smith and Jade Williams, they're still going at it for what is now 5th position. These guys are going to spin together, crash together, and still come out racing side by side.
That's just good old exciting racing there at Wiley X Truck Series. A normal Tuesday night, I guess I should say.
Oh yeah, definitely normal. Excitement is at the top here in the Truck Series. Trying to find some battles. There's quite a bit of battling going on. Not much actual side-by-side racing, but we do have some tail-to-nose close racing throughout the field. One group I'm looking at is Dujon Boldrin and Kreiser. Now they go side-by-side, heading to the back straightaway. And look how this is going to stack some people up right here. Thought Medling was going to pull out and make it 3 wide there for a brief moment. Decided better of it. Boldrin's on the inside, and Kreiser's on the outside.
It looked like Kreiser got pretty loose through 1 and 2, slid up the track, lost a little momentum, but he ended up getting it back down the back.
Another battle we got going on. Rick Donovan, Stefan Brunel, Wallace Boyce, and Ronald Henry there in a small pack. But back to Boldrin and Kreiser. They're going to go side by side through number 3 and 4, and they're still side by side on the front straightaway. And Sean Medling just looking for a way to get around both of them. We look down from the Indian 1 chopper here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kreiser's going to put the pinch, and he slowed Boldrin down. Look out! Matisse thought about making it 3 wide and shooting the middle right there. This is good racing for the 15th position.
Oh! Sean Medling got up into Matisse. Slowed him down. He's up in the wall. He's slow through 1 and 2.
Still no caution. I just glanced back up to see the lead. Didn't even see that happen, so. Wow. Let's look at the top 5 as they run right now. Dylan Brockwell is in the lead. Joel Eddick is second. Brian Terry sits third. Mike Whitehead fourth. And Trevor Smith, he sits fifth. Battle for 15th, heating up yet again. Brunel comes down pit road just in front of him. That'll move the battle up for 13th. Between Kreiser, Boldrin, and Medling.
Listening to the radios here, it looks like we got the 44 of Joel Eddick coming down this time, as well as Dylan Brockwell.
A bunch of trucks hitting pit road this time around. It's going to get busy. Truck up the wall. It's Ronald Henry on the front straightaway. He's slow in front of the pack.
Looks like we got a couple of mixed emotions there down on pit road. Like Trevor Smith only took right sides as some of the other guys took 4. Let the field settle down here. We'll run you through a top 5 when they're all done with their pit stops. Looking around the track here, it looks like everybody's just kind of spaced out. Not much side-by-side racing. Still people getting, still some of the drivers getting their pit stops done. It looks like Dylan Brockwell is going to end up coming out in front after the pit stops. Running through a quick top 5 after that. We got Dylan Brockwell leading the pack here after the pit stops. Joel Edick running second, Trevor Smith third, Brian Terry fourth, and Ronald Henry sitting 5th. Actually, Jade Williams just moved up to 5th.
And everything cycles out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to definitely need a caution for the leaders to get all bunched back up here. We're working lap 54 right now of 75, closing in on that 20 to go mark. As we work the front straightaway. Jade Williams gets a piece of the wall. A caution, he just got a piece of the concrete to use as a souvenir. Got a nice little battle going on from 6th on back. Neff, Donathan, Wallace, and Boyce. They're side by side. Boyce and Wallace are as they go through 3 and 4. Look out, Boyce on the inside, Wallace on the high side. Vic Donathan just ahead of these guys. I think he might have damaged his trunk in that little gaggle we saw on the front straightaway with Smith and Williams, and then he and Ford getting together.
Yeah, I've been looking at his truck. It looks like it got pretty clean. They fixed it after those last pit stops as he goes to the outside of the 60 Brian Neff for, looks like 6th place. It's about up for 6th. Rick was 10th after that little incident in turns 3 and 4, so he's moved his way back up to 7th.
Worked his way to 7th, looking for 6th here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Look out, they both wiggle heading onto the back straightaway. And while these guys are battling side by side, watch Boyce and Wallace start to catch them slowly. Jonathan finally comes back to the bottom side of the racetrack and tries to just ride behind Brian Neff for a few laps here. Donovan to the inside of Neff. Can Neff hold him off? He's going to put the pinch in 3 and 4. Donovan tries to get back in the throttle. Here comes Boyce and Wallace closing up on him through the tri-oval. Neff's going to get back around Donovan and clear him into corner number 1. Does Donovan try again in 1 and 2? We'll have to wait and see. Neff dives it way down low. Donovan now hits his apex late. He comes up. He puts the bumper to Neff. Neff gets sideways, but he's able to save it.
And Neff's not going to like that as he comes back up under Rick Donathan. Has the 28 and 66. Scott Wallace is falling in right behind him.
bet you could look for a return bumper from Brian Neff right here, even though Donathan is the head honcho. Here we go, Neff diving it down into corner number 1. Donathan looked like he got a little sideways on the high side there, but he's going to just stick his foot in it and get off of corner number 2. Neff actually almost got a piece of the wall as well as Wallace Boyce behind him. Boyce now looking to the inside of Brian Neff in the middle of 3 and 4. He's going to go high, Boyce goes low, and that's a battle for 7th. 15 to go here in Las Vegas.
It looks like we have Trevor Smith and Joel Edick. He's starting to catch the back of Joel Edick for a second.
Truck to the grass, it's Ronald Henry. Up onto the track. He's on the low side, now he's on the apron. And he's sideways on the apron. He's still sideways. Ronald Henry, look how sideways he is. He's almost spun it out.
Drifting at his best.
Henry trying to build back speed here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He sits 23rd. He's still on the apron. He might be coming down into the pits. It looks like his intents. So Henry hits pit road. And Dylan Brockwell dominates here in the late going at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But you can't count out Joel Edick, who has got draft from 2-lap drivers.
Actually, no, Trevor Smith got around Joel Edick,
yeah.
So Smith is now up to 2nd, only 0.8 back from Dylan Brockwell. Looks like he's starting to run him down.
Yeah, he is catching him. He's catching him quite a bit down the back straightaway. Look at him. You can see it visually close into corner number 3. Trevor Smith is going to be on the bumper in the next 2 laps. Brockwell's got to get on the gas if he wants anything to do with this one. 11 laps to go.
As they sit, and Trevor Smith will actually take lead of the points standings right now. BJ Tidrick, our leader, is sitting really far back in the field. Actually, he's sitting 14th, but Smith is only 9 points back, so he will come out the leader of the points after this race, as we got a couple other guys that are doing really well. Rick Donathan sits 4th in points. Looks like he might move up a little bit, as we got Chris Sercoy sitting 3rd in points, and he's not doing too bad either.
Zach Kreiser, he's slow on the apron in 1 and 2. He's sideways on the apron in 1 and 2. That happened right in front of the leaders. Holy cow, what is going on here?
But Trevor Smith rocketing out of turn 4, out of the back of Brockwell's bumper, as he's now 1.7 seconds back.
About a car length and a half as they work through 1 and 2. Brockwell, oh my goodness, he wanted to kiss the wall there, but thought better of it. It'll be 8 to go this time here in Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and Smith is looking on the inside. Smith is there. 1 truck length and 8 to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's still anybody's race. Smith gets to run through 3 and 4. He closes it down to a 4th of a car length down the back straightaway. Can he close it more? In 3 and 4, he looks low. Loses a little time coming off of corner number 4, though. 7 laps to go. They've got lap traffic behind them. Ronald Henry and Milt Matisse. They've done a good job of staying out of this battle so far, but Henry now closing up on the rear bumper of Smith. Oh my. Six to go. 0.4 separates Brockwell and Smith. Rick Donovan just coming out of the pits. I'm wondering if the leaders have enough to make it.
And I've been listening to a couple of guys coming down pit road. Not sure if that's a good question.
They've only got 5 laps to go here in Sin City. Either one of the two leaders are saving. Or they are not saving here. In these final laps, they're coming to 4 to go.
Looks like Smith is starting to fall back just a little bit. He's lost about a tenth of a second this past lap. So when he comes across the line, he gained 2 tenths.
2 tenths. So now we've got a race with 4 to go. Sort of a rubber band effect with Trevor Smith and Dylan Brockwell for the lead. They work down the backstretch about 4 truck lengths heading into corner number 3. We'll have to see if Smith can gain any time on Brockwell this time. They're coming to 3 to go as we ride on board with Trevor Smith. 3 laps to go at the line. They do have some traffic in front of them. Don't know if they'll play a factor. Don't know if they'll catch them or not. We'll have to wait and see. That's the traffic of Andy Kessler. Then they got Mike Whitehead a little bit further up. Popsicle sticks at the flag stand.
He's down to 1.6 seconds. That's that draft right there. It's coming into effect if Trevor can get behind him and stay behind him and catch that draft. He'll be able to gang a little bit on him.
They overdrove 1 and 2. Can't overdrive 1 and 2. Kessler's going to go high, but now he cuts down low. Brockwell almost saw the lead flash in front of his eyes right there. Brett Sturgeon's right ahead as we get the white flag here at Daytona. Where's Brockwell going to go?
Las Vegas.
Sturgeon goes to the outside. Brockwell's on the inside. Trevor Smith has half a track to go. Down the back straightaway. If Dylan Brockwell makes a mistake in 3 and 4, Smith is there to capitalize, but no mistakes for Dylan Brockwell. Dylan Brockwell is going to come home and he's going to win race number 2 here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Brockwell becomes the first repeat winner here in the season. It looks like Stefan Brunel, who started the white flag lap 9th, still getting past, and he might be out of gas here, and he's going to finish 17th.
Yeah, Brockwell on fire here at the Noble Series. He actually won New Hampshire Motor Speedway last night in the Nationwide Series.
Yep, and so far he has swept the week here at Noble Motorsport. And he is burning them down on the front straightaway. We'll talk to Dylan Brockwell, Trevor Smith, and Brian Terry right after this.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Welcome back to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Round number 5 has just concluded here in the Wiley X Truck Series, and I am standing by third place finisher Brian Terry. Brian, in those first few laps, or the first little bit of the race, it had a little bit of pack racing going on, but after the fuel stops and whatnot, it got a little bit spread out, and you still come home third. A great finish tonight.
Yeah, overall a great race tonight, considering some of the other races we have had earlier this season. But overall, tires were a premium tonight, and Dylan made a really spectacular call in the pits to keep him out front. I was running well, and I would have been up there with him, but there was one little incident during that green flag run that I had no choice but to lift, and that ended up separating me from first and second, and that's more than enough to keep the separation. But according to my standings here, I closed the gap to about 4 seconds, but just ran out of time there to try to make any kind of moves to get any higher.
So it was still a great finish, finishing third. Brian, let's talk about how the track conditions were tonight out there. Was the low side the preferred line, or was it the high side, or was it the low side in 3 and 4, high side in 1 and 2? What was the preferred line for you around Las Vegas?
For me, my line was basically running the middle groove through 1 and 2, and basically going through 3 and 4, keeping it down low and just letting it drift out towards the wall, so this way you're not scrubbing off any speed. But it really felt like the truck could have been placed anywhere on the track, and when you needed to make passes, you could pass low or pass high, so long as you knew what you were doing.
Sounds great. Well, Brian, I want to congratulate you on your third place finish, and I want to ask you who you want to thank for the podium finish tonight.
Well, first and foremost, got to thank my sponsor here, who's also the sponsor of the series, Wiley X. Thank the series admins, Dave Washington. Thank the rest of the sponsors for Noble Motorsports, like PowerTech Power Solutions, Sam Bass Galleries, NASCAR Hall of Fame, and you guys for putting this on tonight.
Sounds great. That's Brian Terry finishing third tonight. Dylan Lee has caught up with second place. Trevor Smith. Dylan?
Yeah, I'm here with Trevor Smith. Great finish by Trevor Smith, as he's had a few scary moments early on in the race. About halfway through the race, like 39, he got a little scary. Currently sitting points wise, he's sitting second. Should come out in the top. Take us through the race.
Well, basically, I was just planning on riding along, and started on pole, which was nice, to stay up in the front and not get in those accidents that tend to happen in mid-pack. First quarter of the race went great. About a third of the way into it, Jade caught a gust of wind on the entrance of 3. Kind of tapped me a little bit. We were both able to hang on to it. We got it back going, and then basically ran green flag the whole way. Pit stops, I was behind. I figured, the leaders would just take fuel because the trucks were doing pretty much equal whether you took tires or not. I mean, 3 laps and they'd fall off, but it was a good race. Dylan just had it all this week again, and congratulations to him, definitely.
It's a great finish by you there, running second too. Brockwell not really running the points here in this series, so you should be able to get the points for that. That'll be moving you up into hopefully first here. Only 9 points back from BJ Tidrick. What was the keys for tonight, race?
Really, just the main key was just to save your tires. I was hoping it would go long run. It did. Through practice, I was doing good at saving my tires, keeping good tire wear on the right sides, which is why I took the 2 tires at the last stop there. I wouldn't have done anything different.
All right, that's Trevor Smith, your second place finisher here at Vegas. Is there anybody that you would like to thank for the second place?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Noble for, hosting the league and allowing me part of it. It's been a hell of a fun time, and especially the guys that I practice with. I couldn't do it without their help, and just the people that helped me, and I'd like to thank them.
All right, that's second place, number 17, Trevor Smith here. And I believe Mr. Ben Kilcrease is caught up with our winner. Ben?
I am down here in Victory Lane, second week in a row, second night in a row for Dylan Brockwell. Dylan, you're just on fire as of late.
Yeah, man. Good team, good people around me, and obviously it pays off.
It certainly does, as you can see tonight here in Victory Lane. Dylan, I want you, if you can, to describe the race tonight from your eyes in about 5 or so words.
Save tires and fuel. That's about it.
Oh, dear. So it came down to tires. Was tires a bigger demand, or was it fuel a bigger demand tonight?
For us, it was fuel, because I saved tires from lap 1, but it's just getting into clean air. That helped a lot. Getting out front, that way you could just run your own race and make everybody else go off of what you're doing. And at the end, saved a little bit of fuel, and that's what made the difference.
Sounds great. We want to congratulate you on your victory tonight, and who you want to thank for getting you here?
First off, Dave Washington. He does an excellent job coaching me through the races and stuff. Helping me with tires, fuel, all that stuff. Couldn't have done it without him. There's no doubt about that. And of course, Sam Bass Gallery for sponsoring us. We're having a pretty good year for him. I'm glad.
Certainly are having a great year. Dylan, congratulations on the win, and hopefully we'll see you back here next year. I mean, next week.
I'm sure you will. I hope so. Thank y'all for everything y'all do in the broadcast booth. This is a cool thing to be a part of. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. We love doing it, and that's why we are here week in and week out, except for me when I had to have the surgery a few weeks ago. Everybody knows about that. But all in all, Dylan, a great race tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that's how the trucks are, week in, week out. Exciting, exciting, exciting. And I can expect nonetheless next week when we head to Kansas.
Yeah, that's also another great track. A little bit bigger, I would think. A little more room to run side by side. So once again, that's going to bring some great racing with all these fantastic drivers that put on a great show for us here.
It certainly is, and that is next week, same time, same place, right here on NobleNetwork1.com. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I hope you enjoyed the race. Let's go ahead and look at the final finishing results from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If my computer up here in the booth will load. All right, there we go. Dylan Brockwell, of course, comes home with the win, and second place was Trevor Smith. Third was Brian Terry. Joel Eddick came on fourth. Rounding out the top 5 was Jade Williams. Wallace Boyce came home 6th. Brian Neff was 7th. 8th. Scott Wallace 9th. Kevin Carr and Sean Medling rounds out the top 10.
Diljean Baldrin comes home 11th. BJ Tidrick 12th. Mike Oren will finish off 13th. Sorry, Chris Coy 14th. Carl Brown 15th. Matt Weisbrot will come home 16th. Stefan Burnell will come home 17th. Andrew Kessler 18th. Milt Matisse 19th. Rick Donathan 20th.
21st was Mike Whitehead. Kevin Ford came home 22nd. Marcus Miller, 23rd. Zachary Kreiser, 24th. 25th was Brent Sturgeon. Ronald Henry was 26th. 27th was Leandro Smith. And our talented producer who can race and produce at the same time came home 28th.
I was waiting to see if you would name that one off.
A great race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Like I said, next week, same time, same place. We're just at a different track. We'll be at Kansas Motor Speedway with the Wiley X Truck Series. As we head out of Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight, I know we can still go and gamble a little bit before we leave, but do you have any final thoughts from the racetrack, Dylan?
I just want to say congratulations to Dylan Brockwell for pretty much sweeping this week so far and getting multiple victories here at Noble, going back to back. And great job by all these guys, as I say every week, and ever so entertaining to watch. And just glad to be up here in the booth with you and putting it all together.
Definitely is a fun time up here. I cannot wait until next week. A smooth, fast track at Kansas Motor Speedway. We could see speeds upwards of 180 there, 190 possibly, and it's going to be fun next week. Like I said, same time, same place. Remember to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Visit the website, read the story on there, NobleNetwork1.com. Remember the West Pro Series Late Model Division 911 Triple features tomorrow night. If you're a West Pro Series Late Model regular, you have 26 minutes to sign up for the race, or you will not be allowed to race. But other than that, look forward to seeing you tomorrow here on Noble Network 1, and then for the Cup Series Thursday, and then the competition diecast Sunday, and the Nationwide Series. Oh yeah, the radio show's tomorrow too. Yeah, the radio show will preview the 911 triple features in the West Pro Series, and then the Nationwide Series on Monday, and then we're back at the trucks Tuesday. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your week from us here at Noble Network. Well, I'm just going to close it off. I'm getting too tongue-tied. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time here at Noble Network 1. Remember to put the phone down.